Okay, here we go again. Let's get this thing started. This is the place where I get to say what I want, the way I want, and how I want. And there's no one here to take the conversation to the right or to the left. Why? Because it's all on me. This is Express Yourself Live, the pre-recorded version. And I got a topic today. Just some general thought. Some personal thought. And we're going to get to that in roughly about 60 seconds.
Express yourself. Express yourself. You don't never need help from nobody else. All you have to do, Lord, express yourself. Whatever you're doing, do it good.
Hello, everybody. I'm Nate Patterson, and this is Express Yourself Live, the pre-recorded version. And yeah, we're still pre-recording, and we're still not in the studio. Enough talk about that. I'm tired of saying that, but we're still doing the best we can with what we have, and let's get to it. Last night, I was... let me sip my coffee one moment. I was just thinking. I was just reminiscing, I was just reminiscing about being in the service and that whole experience, you know what I mean? And I thought about that when I'm producing a documentary right now, and it's I'm in a real serious area, a little depressing, right? And so for some reason, my mind bounced to that. My mind bounced to my time in the service. So I thought I'd talk about it today, right? Now, the military industrial complex, man, they are a powerful entity on this planet. They basically run the planet, and you'll have to do some heavy, detailed research in order to confirm what I just said, but I did. And yeah, they do. But in any regard, I was a part of that. On a very low level, very low, insignificant scale, but I was a part of that. And it was an experience. You understand? It was, it was different, right? So I went into the United States Air Force, and I got to tell you, I was highly disappointed, man, because I had watched all kind of war pictures when I was a kid. The Rat Patrol, used to come on the weekdays and all that kind of stuff. So I thought, when I went into the service, man, I'm going to be like hiking and carrying a gun and shooting people. You know what I mean? So I had to get ready for that, man. And so first day at basic training. You see what I just did? That's what I was doing in basic training, right? I mean, it was a shock for a lot of people, who weren't prepared. And I can't say I was prepared intentionally for this, but what I had just gone through had already prepared me for what I was about to go through. And I thought it was funny because what I went through before was harder. And what I'm talking about there was college. I pledged a fraternity. Now, that's not to knock the United States Air Force, right? They are military, right? And I'm going to give you a truth, right? When I went in basic training, we were the last people to go in basic training that did not receive combat training. This is probably why it was so damn easy, basic training in the Air Force. We didn't have combat training. Which was disappointing. I didn't get a backpack. We touched the guns, twice. We had one day of dry fire and one day of wet fire, and that was it. I qualified as a marksman on my first time shooting a gun. Are you kidding me? I guess all those times, playing guns with my friends, when I was a kid paid off, right? But in any regard, the first day of basic training, right? I mean, it's just so funny because we got there roughly probably, man, about maybe 1-2 o'clock in the morning, It was weird. First time I had been in Texas, you know, it was at night. It was hot, man. It was like 90 degrees, you know what I mean? And so they called out our names and showed us where we're supposed to go and put us in a dorm, and said we'll get to you in the morning. Well, what seemed like only an hour to me, because I was tired. I went right to sleep, and I guess it was about 5 o'clock in the morning, when this happened. But we heard loud sounds, right? A loud bang. And I found out later that the sergeant threw a trash can down the bay to make a loud noise to wake us up. So we wake up startled. Oh, what's going on? And there were about maybe 5 or 6 drill sergeants, man, and they began and commenced to run around and harass people. I'm talking about this far from your face, spitting and shit, yelling. I'm like, come on, man, are you serious? I saw this on TV. So, no, don't get me wrong. I didn't challenge anybody, and I didn't have that nonchalant attitude that I have right now. This is after the fact, people, right? But I'm telling you everything that was going on up here. So anyways, they did the whole shot treatment thing. I saw 2 people break down. They got them out, and they went home that morning. They went home. That easy. Because, see, they do that for that reason. They do that for that purpose. If you can't handle that, they don't want you. But nobody knows that going in, right? Unless, you have the benefit of somebody like me telling you it's going to happen, right? But see, I didn't, nobody told, kind of, sort of, somebody said that they had went through that, so I had talked about it before. But when I pledged my fraternity, man, it was like, it was like military. You understand? I mean, it was hard. Pledging fraternity is not a joke, people. It's not for the, what did Mr. T say? It ain't for no wimps. Because people drop like flies for the fraternity, I'm trying to tell you. So anyways, right? So we got through that day, all that stuff happened and whatnot. And who was left? We went to Clothing Issue. We went to the barbershop. And it was just like I saw on TV. You walk in the line, you rush to get somewhere, and then you stand around, and just wait. So the thing in the service is hurry up and wait, right? Excuse me. So, we went through the basic training, got our gear and this and that and the other. Excuse me. Got our gear and this and that and the other. And, and then you begin to look around and see who's in your group, right? We were Flight 547, you know what I mean? And in the 3404. I'm telling you, man, the 340, man, I can still remember that stuff. I loved marching. You understand? When we marched and called cadence and whatnot, that was me. I was I really got into that. That was about the only part of the service I really got into, right? And our flight, we called ours flight, not platoons. In the Air Force, they called it a flight, right? Our flight, man, we were some marching motherfuckers. I'm trying to tell you something. You know what I mean? I forgot the exact name they called it, but parade day or something like that, when you march in front of all the superiors and whatnot, we won. We were yeah, we had a lot of white boys too, but we were marching. You understand what I'm saying? Man, we hit that razzle-dazzle left step. It turned everybody out. Turned me out when I first learned it. You got people going all kind of ways and to come back together and just move in unison, man. It was beautiful. Razzle-dazzle left step. I loved it, man. All right, let me get. You see, I'm getting into this, man. This is the part of the service that I love, right? And then, but the thing about the service that I didn't like and I grew to hate, right, is that, you meet so many, man, you meet your boys. Do you understand what I'm saying? You befriend some people, man, and you just grab onto these people and they grab onto you and you become boys, only to be separated. You know what I mean? Only to be separated, man. 3 times it happened. Basic training, tech school, and then permanent party, right? Man. And I'm telling you something, it's like you losing your best friend, man, because I don't know if it's amplified when you're in the service, you're on your own. So, you go into, picking up where I left off, you go into the service, man, and, basically, unless you're going on a buddy system with somebody, you're alone. You're by yourself, man. You don't know what the hell's going to happen. You don't know who, you getting involved with, man. You don't know these people that could be crazy, right? So, everywhere you go, your eyes are like, you're looking, checking people out. You don't know what's happening. And, they're moving by the numbers, right? So you start to meet brothers. Now, in basic training, man, I met, some brothers from New York. You know what I mean? Bales and Hartwell. I forgot the other guy's name. I was scared of him, man, because that dude looked like he was a maniac for real. I just got stayed away from that dude, right? But Bales and Hartwell, man, they were cool, man. We became boys, man, teasing each other, going through the motions. We went through some things, had to cover each other. But we just, stuff happened. And then basic training was over. You know what I mean? And you split. Chances are you're never going to see these dudes again unless you keep in contact like that. You know what I mean? So I never saw them again. You know what I mean? So I moved on to tech school. And the tech school, man, yeah, met some new brothers, man. We were boys, man. I'm trying to tell you something, man. I mean, I almost could rival my boys at home. That's how close we got. Why? Because we didn't have nobody else. We were all we had. CDB, right? New Jack City. And, so, we befriended each other. We began to move and flow. Let me tell you what happened, right? I got to tech school and I met up with one of the brothers from basic training, right? They had went to tech school before me. I had to wait in a place called Casual because my spot wasn't ready yet. He was there for like about 2 or 3 weeks before me, right? So when I got there, he gonna show us the ropes, you know what I mean? And show us around, and he did. And so somebody said, hey, man, when can we get some weed? He said, no problem. This Negro, and then see, you think I'm here telling you stories, right? This is actual fact. This Negro pulled out a damn ounce out of his pocket that he had planned to party with us later on, man. But it was right on time when whoever asked for the weed, he just pulled it out. Like, yo, we on base. What the fuck is wrong with you? He said, man, calm down. Man, calm down. So we blew weed. You know what I mean? That was the first time I blew weed on a military base, right? I'm like, yo, man. So, we got the munchies going over to the, I forgot the name of these places. So I'm just going to say, the pizza shop or something like that. I forgot what they called it, right? And so we on our way over there. Said, so who's going to carry the weed? Now, I'm high. Hey, man, fuck that. I carry it. Give me here. Right. So I got the shit. I put it in my pocket, and we going to the place. Go get some pizza or something, right? And lo and behold, I bullshit you not, standing in front of the fucking pizza place, the SPs, special police with a drug sniffing dog. I was freaking. I froze in my tracks when I looked up. I saw the dog. Yo, man, what we gonna do? I said, man, Pete. They used to, no, not Pete. I said, yo, I forgot. Man, I'm running stuff together. But when I'm on the next story, you'll see why I said Pete. But anyways, he said, man, just relax, man. Don't worry about it. Just come on, keep walking. Don't stop, or they're gonna arrest us. So I kept walking. I'm sweating, man, like I just got out the shower. And this Negro stopped to talk to the police. So, of course, all of us had to stop, right? Well, we were all together. And I'm sitting there, I'm looking, man. And so he began to ask questions about the dog. And so the guy said, the dog's friendly. You could pet him. So I petted the dog. You know what I mean? I did. I don't know what made me do that. I petted the dog. Hey, how you doing? All right, yeah. If I'm caught, I'm caught. Sniff this shit, motherfucker. You know what I mean? And so we got done, and we went inside. And they began to order. I said, dude, how come the dog didn't smell the weed? He said they can only smell on command. I didn't know that. I did not know that. What reason would they have to command the dog to sniff us down? You know what I mean? I learned something that day, man. I thought we were busted, man. I'm serious, man. But, during tech school, we had a ball. We did a lot of things, man. But then we moved. Once again, I befriended all these dudes, man. We did a lot of things, man. And we got to be tight, and then, blam, separated again. You know what I mean? Now I had to go meet a whole new crew down in Fort Walton Beach, Florida, Hurlburt Field. And I did. They used to call it Hurlburt Pea Patch. That's why I almost said P when I was talking about the other story, because we used to call each other P. You know what I mean? What's up, P? Yo, P. Yo, P. You know, like when I was in college, you called each other Face. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's just another slang word, man. But we called each other P. And I met my boy from New Orleans, man, and I called him P so much, I forgot his name. I gotta tell you, I forgot his name, and I can't remember it right now, but I remember the face, and he's P, you know, and we had, our crew was like about 6, 7 deep. You know what I'm saying? We were boys, man. You know what I mean? We had each other back. We used to go down to what we call the Wolf and Bull, right? That's the black spot that was in the black section of Florida where we were in Fort Walton Beach, and we called it the Wolf and Bull because he said the Negroes in there be woofing and the bitches in there be bullshitting, so it's the Wolf and Bull. But they had a DJ in there called himself Star Child. I can remember that motherfucker, right? That dude used to blow the roof off the sucker every night, man. I'm trying to tell you something, man. I ain't heard too many DJs can get with this brother. He was, man, ooh, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, so I was thinking about that last night, man, and I'm wondering. I don't remember one person's name, and the reason I do is because he said I lent this nigga some money, you know, because he was getting married, but he jerked me. He went out and started partying with the money and whatnot. He got me. You know what I mean? He got me, not maliciously. I mean, he was just gaming. And I was a mark. I got fell for it, trying to be, oh man, I'll help you. I'll go ahead. Yeah, I never did that shit again. But Eric Thornton, you know, because he said he was going to go to the NFL, and there isn't Eric Thornton in the NFL. You know what I mean? Light-skinned brother was my friend in the service. I never checked out Eric Thornton in the NFL. I might Google him today to see if I see the face, if it was him, right? But that's why I remember that name. You know what I mean? And man, I wish I could just see these guys one more time, man. Yeah. Anyway, I'm Nate Patterson. Let's express yourself. Pre-recorded version. Deuces.
Let the horn do the do-dang do. Express yourself.